Today I want to talk to you guys about what I do to manage my time and how minimalism plays a big role in that process. It seems that just about every month I get excited about new habits, new challenges, new goals, and within about 3 weeks I am totally 100% distracted from everything I had set out to accomplish. Don't you think I deserve a like for showing you kittens? How many other productivity videos you watch with kittens in it? Boom! 0! You watch 0. I was thinking about this a lot because it seems the only thing I consistently do is fall off track with my habits. Whether it's every month, every 2 months, eventually I lose track, I lose sight. And I wanted to share with you guys an exercise that I do that helps me stay on track, helps me see where I'm spending my time, and just evaluate if I am spending my time where I want to be spending it or if I've begun to drift. So what you're going to need is a notebook and a pen. And what you're going to do is you're going to start writing down what you do on average in a day. So start blocking out how much time you think you spend on what activities throughout the day. You've got 24 hours in a day, so fill out those 24 hours and give an estimate on what you think you do during each one. That could be you spend 2 hours eating, you spend an hour in the gym, you spend 9 of it sleeping, whatever that is to you. Write down exactly what you do on an average 24-hour day. And on the flip side, what do I do with my pen? Where's my pen? Where's my pen? I don't know. What the hell did I do with my pen? Where is it? I have no idea. I'm gonna steal this. Now what I want you to do is on the other side of your notebook, write down what you wish your day looked like, what it should be looking like. Be very careful not to go over productivity mode and think like, well, 24 hours a day, I'll sleep for 6 and then I'll work for 18 of it, whatever it is. So make sure that you schedule in times for free time, time for lazy, time to be lazy, time to take a nap or scroll through Instagram and literally waste time. Those things are an important key to have in your schedule to make sure that you don't burn out. The whole goal of this is to remember what's important to you so you don't lose track, not that you don't waste any time. I could argue that it's just as valuable that you have time to waste and time to do nothing with as it is to be productive. And I bring up a lot of these tips on my podcast called The Default Podcast that I run with my friend Josh. If you guys haven't listened, we talk about productivity, things that you can do to improve your life, and we also talk about completely random stuff like what the heck do dukes do, and what do platypus do, and who invented catapults. If you guys would like to listen, I'm leaving a link in the description for you. Feel free to email us your questions at defaultpodcasting@gmail.com, and we'll talk about them on the podcast. After you have them side by side, what I want you to do is take the day that is undesirable and multiply all the hours by 5. From this point, you can start to see how much time you're wasting during the week. I found out after I did this the other day that I was spending almost 15 hours a week playing a video game called Apex, because me and my friends get very competitive in that. And while I do enjoy playing with my friends and I do want to allot time for that, I can't put a part-time job into it. And yes, it was late at night and I was not getting as much sleep and stuff like that. And I did allot time in my new day, and the day that I want to have, but I just kind of had a realization that holy crap, I'm spending so much time on this and I hadn't even realized it. And that's kind of what this exercise is supposed to do. It's supposed to help you realize how much time you're actually spending on things and how much time you should be spending on things. After going through this, I found out that I've had a lot more time to do things that I actually cared about. I've been able to allow myself more time in the gym, allow myself preparing time for meals. I don't usually like to do that because I get so rushed that the things that I cut out of my life are the things that I should not cut out of my life. And so by doing this, I am now able to mentally free up the space to say, you know what, if I want to take 45 minutes to cook lunch, I can do that because I looked at my day and this is what I want to do during the day. This is what's important to me. And so I'm allowed to have that freedom, the space to put on a song and just cook, whereas before what I would do was what's the quickest way to get food in my stomach so I can get back to work? I don't want to live like that. And so this exercise was a big help for me, and that's what I want to share with you guys. Now from there, I do have a lot of other things that I do to keep track of my schedule, and I'm going to take you guys over to my computer and show you what I do to track my daily time and how I try to stay on top of these things. In this part of the video, I wanted to kind of share with you guys a little bit about what I use to stay on track, the calendar apps that I use, the reminders apps that I use, and what I use to make sure that I don't lose track of my deadlines. Now, this part's going to be a little less cut and intro. I'm just going to kind of talk to you guys, share with you a little bit of my process, and hope that that helps you guys out a little bit. So the main app that I use is calendars from iPhone, or not from iPhone, from Apple, just because I can send invites to clients and stuff like that. I can set in my locations. But what I do right now is I try to plan out every day the night before, and then behind whatever I'm doing, I try to put what I actually did. Now, if you guys look at my schedule, I don't know what's in here. Look at this. This day I took a nap. But what I had you guys do a minute ago in tracking your days with averages, well, what I do is I try to track my days actually. So, for example, this is today and what I've done today. And these are my plans throughout the rest of the day. And granted, I didn't finish yesterday because I wasn't sure what I'd be doing. Turns out I'm editing a YouTube video. And so actually I have it here in my scheduled YouTube video because I wasn't sure if I was going to do it. This will probably take me a little longer than I had wanted. Anyways, so what I do is as I complete the day, I go behind and I fix whatever I thought I would do into what I actually did. And that way at the end of the week, I can view it and see exactly what I was spending my time on. Do I do that every week? No, I don't always check and see what I did. But I find that being consistently involved in my calendars means that I'm consistently doing what I'm supposed to do. So I forget stuff very, very easy. I'm super forgetful. So what I have to do is I also use an app called Reminders, and I just pulled up a weird website. I pulled up reindeer. Anyways, Reminders. And this is something that I enjoy because it integrates with my phone, integrates with my computer, with my laptop whenever I have to travel. Can you see it back there? Is that a laptop back there? Can you see it? Oh yeah, it's right here. Anyways, so everything syncs up, and that's really, really important to me. And I can talk to Siri and have her add stuff because I just forget so much. So I have my short-term to-dos. This is stuff, anytime that I remember anything, I always just write it down in here. And I have everything in here that I need to get done, even sometimes texting a friend. Gary, if you're watching this, you're on my reminders list. I'm sorry that I didn't text you right away. I couldn't. Anyway, so these are the tools that I use to try and stay on track. And to be honest, it's a lot of work. It's a ton of work. But what I find is that with that little bit of extra effort, I probably spend 30 minutes on my calendars. Once you get used to it, you can move it around. You can duplicate stuff like that. You'll get very familiar with the app, which I highly recommend you do, obviously. And this is really useful for college, for any type of job where you're working on your own, or if you just want to start scheduling out your mornings. I've found after I started doing the exercise that I only really want 7.5 hours of sleep. I don't really need more than that. Which means that I can go to bed at 11. I feel like I'm not going to bed at like crazy early times. Get up at 6:30. Feel like I'm getting enough done, waking up early enough to get stuff done, and still have a good night's sleep. Still have a full day of work. Get everything done. I have time to eat whatever, my vitamins and everything, go to the gym, come home, do my routines, and start work by 9:30 a.m. at least. Well, theoretically by 9 is what I try. Apparently I don't do that very often. And then also, guys, just being lenient with your schedule. You can see on this day, this gap was supposed to look like those. It's supposed to eat my morning stuff, go to the gym, come home and shower. Well, I didn't wake up till 9 because I have no idea. Sometimes I shut my alarms off in my sleep. And you have to kind of be okay with that and give yourself some leniency and understand that there's going to be days like that. So I hope that's helpful for you guys. If it is, drop a like below, shoot yourself in the face. And for those of you that were a part of my Patreon, I did end up shutting that down just because I didn't feel like I could dedicate enough time to it to give you guys the value that I wanted to on there. As you guys can see, I'm pretty spread thin, and I don't want to have something out there that's just not good enough quality or what I want to produce. So I appreciate those of you that were a part of my Patreon, and that definitely keeps a special place in my heart, and maybe one day I'll open that up again. But for now, it's great to have you guys here. I've been enjoying getting more involved in this productivity stuff, and I would also just like to hear what you guys what else you guys want to see. I do read your guys' comments, and especially if you comment within the first day, that's usually when I'm able to look at them. And I'll drop a little heart when I see them. If I see that a bunch of people are commenting something, I'll usually do the video. So I listen to you guys a lot. I want to stay connected with you. I know some of your guys' names. There's a few of you that stand out. Peach stands out. Strumming Bird stands out. There's this dude that always asks me to make a video with my shirt off. I don't know who you are, and I think you're a friend that's trolling me, but I see you. I see all your guys' comments. So leave a comment below. Let me know the kind of videos you guys want to see, and I will do my best to cater to that. Until then, check out the podcast, check out my Instagram, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.